Wiki wild wild. Wiki wild. Wiki wild. Wiki wild 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 west. Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want nada. None of this, 6-gun in this, broth a run in this. Buffalo Soldier, look, it's like I told ya. Any damsel that's in distress, be out of that dress when she meet Jim West. Roughneck, so go check the law and abide. Watch your step, wheel flex and get a hole in your side. Swallow your pride, don't let your lip react. You don't wanna see my hand where my hip be at. With all of this, from the start of this, running the game, James West tame in the West, so remember the name. Now who you gonna call? Not the GBs. Now who you gon' call? JAAG. If you have a riff with, people wanna bust, break out. Before you get bum rushed at the, Wild Wild West. When I roll into the, Wild Wild West. When I stroll into the, Wild Wild West. When I bounce into the, Wild Wild West. Cisco. We going straight to the Wild Wild West. We going straight to the Wild Wild West. Now, once upon a time in the West. Madman lost his damn mind in the West. Loveless, kidnap a dime, nothing less. Now I must put his behind to the test, can you feel me? Then through the shadows, in the saddle, ready for battle. Bring all your boys in, here come the poison. Behind my back, all the riffin' ya did. Front and center, now where ya lip at kit? Who dat is? A mean brotha, bad for your health. Looking damn good though, if I could say it myself. Told me Loveless is a madman, but I don't fear that. Got mad weapons too, ain't trying to hear that. Trying to bring down me, the champion. When y'all clowns gone see that it can't be done. Understand me son, I'm the slickest they is. I'm the quickest as they is, did I say I'm the slickest they is? So if you barking up the wrong tree we comin', don't be starting nothing. Me and my partner gonna test your chest, Loveless. Can't stand the heat, then get out the Wild Wild West. We going straight to, when I roll into the Wild Wild West, when I stroll into the. We going straight to, when I bounce into the Wild Wild West. We going straight to the Wild Wild West. We going straight to the Wild Wild West. Yeah, can you feel it? Come on, yeah. Keep it moving, you yeah. To any outlaw trying to draw, thinking you're bad. Any draw on West best with a pen and a pad. Don't even think about it, 6-gun, weighing a ton. 10 paces and turn, just for fun, son. Up till sundown, rolling around. See where the bad guys ought to be found and make 'em lay down. The defenders of the West. Crushing on pretenders in the West. Don't mess with us cause we're in the Wild Wild West. Going straight to the Wild Wild West. We 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 going straight to the Wild Wild West, come on. Woo, the Wild, Wild West, ha 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 ha. The Wild, Wild West, Drew. The Wild, Wild West, I done it again, you all done it again. The Wild, Wild West, ha 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 ha. The Wild, Wild West, Big Will, Drew Hill, The Wild, Wild West, Big Will, Drew Hill, ha 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 ha. The Wild, Wild West, the Wild Wild West. The Wild, Wild West, The Wild, Wild West, one time. The Wild, Wild West, The Wild, Wild West. The Wild Wild West. Bring in the heat. Bring in the heat. What? Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild Wiki Wickedy Wild 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 Wickedy Wild Wild. Wickedy Wild Wild. The Wickedy 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 Wickedy. The Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. Can't stop the bum rush? The Wild Wild. The Wild Wild West.